of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At their own. And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
Complete to O.J.
The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 7 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Raiders first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Number 34. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's 3rd down.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 40.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And we both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Shrugs him off. And the Ravens are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. This time Jackson will throw it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, and the Ravens have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down. And
from the gun, Jackson trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Raiders.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11 now. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Raiders 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after.
And the Raiders have got him. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Nice move at the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a throw here, hauled in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's third down.
He was covered by...
They'll look to throw again. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll drop to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Jennings. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the crossing route. Complete. That's right.
Good.
12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
At the 10-yard line.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
The running back again.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40.
They run it with Jacobs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
At the Ravens,
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 26-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Power weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bradley Pinion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
their own 27-yard line.
And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Castro. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Jackson's pass.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Again, Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Saquon Barkley with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. The Lions still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That second down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Peterson. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
A loss of 6 yards.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A gain of 8
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fields. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's fourth.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out.
36-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Raiders 13. Ravens 7.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The running back on the option.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
From the gun, Jackson. And right with it here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go, 56.
From the gun, Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
This time Jackson will throw it. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This a 33-yard attempt. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Ravens 10.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
2nd and 6. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Vegas. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This one from 35 yards away.
5-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10.
Ravens 10.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
3-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Max Crosby racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Jackson's a good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson's going to look to run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there and now 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson going to run, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
17. Raiders 16. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Second and 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
O.J. Howard.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Brings up second and 1.
Second and 1.
The 6-yard line.
He'll bite under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Loss of 4 yards.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
Third and long.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 5. Just under 2 minutes to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And he's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now it's the Raiders' turn, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A little over 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Jacobs on first and 10, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
On first down, it's Jennings, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards. It's second.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position. Make sure we don't lose the game here. Turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And now here come the Ravens. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So that'll back him up 5.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now it's Jennings. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
The ball carrier.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
56. Defense wins championship, baby. Lock 56.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jennings, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on
It's another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
43-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
By the Raiders.
So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
41-yard.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
The ball carried by number 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
29-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a dump off here complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.